So 2021, we saw a lot of growth this last year. It's been really exciting to see how God has been developing the Aquila initiative. Our network really has expanded this last year through the increase of our partnerships with churches, really like-minded churches who desire to see church planting happen more and more across Europe. Along with increasing our church partnerships, one area that we've seen great growth and a lot of maturity is in the area of communication. Really, up until this last year, Aquila Initiative kind of felt like a group of friends coming together, kicking around an idea to do something, for the kingdom. And by God's grace, the Lord brought Bianca Zuniga to us this last year, and she has been such a blessing in the area of administration, communication, and just helping us build infrastructure to make it feel and act more like a ministry, more like an institute and an initiative for church planting. And so what a blessing it's been to see her come on board this last year, and we're just so thankful for the gifts God's given her and the way that she just adapts so quickly to everything. She's been a tremendous contribution to the work of the ministry here. As we began to grow in our relationships with other churches, as well as just becoming more aware of all the needs for Aquila, but also the needs that we want to meet for the local churches, it became more and more apparent to us that we needed someone to help manage everything going on. If we look at the different legs of Aquila, whether it's the ATI or the business and mission or church partnerships, it was just getting a lot for us. And so we made the decision this last year to hire Nick von Brandenstein part-time to be our business manager, and that has been a tremendous one more step in the direction of just putting everything together, building the right team to help keep us focused, keep us on track. And so, but we're just very thankful that God has provided a way for us to bring Nick on at the capacity he's able to help us really get our house in order, so to speak. So November of last year, we joined Amazon Smile. And this just simply allows us to receive donations as our network makes purchases via Amazon. It's an easy way for our friends and network to support Aquila. So this last year, we started out 2021 with 3 apprentices. But not only that, we started with 3 apprentices, we started out with what you would call a soft launch, offering some seminars and some initial groundwork to help get these apprentices as well as the local churches on board with what it is to train and equip people in the context of the local church. This last year, we surprisingly had 5 different seminars we offered. We offered the apprenticeship kind of orientation, which was kind of a vision and calling, a cornerstone seminar. We also offered something called spiritual disciplines. Tim Faulkner came and gave a great seminar on the spiritual disciplines that our apprentices as well as the local churches were able to come and be a part of, and that was a tremendous time. One of the great blessings for me this last year was sitting online with Dr. Page and having 25 men from 4 different churches sitting in on a preaching seminar that lasted over, I think, 8 or 10 weeks of just hearing and not only just learning about the practice of preaching, but helping these guys just get the nuts and bolts of preparing an outline and preparing a sermon. And then to see the guys in my own church get up and preach the word to the congregation and to feed the flock was just a tremendous blessing. And I know that other pastors communicated the same, just that opportunity to see those men step up and preach the word that was definitely a highlight for me. And then of course, this last fall, we had the privilege of having 3 pastors from different churches, 2 in the States, Paul Martin from Laramie Valley Chapel and John Dirks from Redeemer Church Rockford, as well as Karsten Lotz from ICF in Frankfurt. They came and joined us for a restoration conference that focused on the ministry of reconciliation and church discipline. And so all the people who attended that said they were very encouraged and challenged, and it was just a really wonderful time. And so these are the kinds of things that we want to see more of. And but looking back in this last year, and you think about all that, you think about all the, in the midst of the year, you think of all the things you have to overcome and all the details and the managing things, but to really see God answer prayer in a way that you see these things bear fruit, all glory be to God. And it's been a wild ride. No, it's It's been a real blessing.
Business in Mission has also developed in the last year. We have refined and expanded what that actually even is. We have explored a lot of different business models, a lot of different business ideas that we researched, that we initiated, and some of those may have been shelved for now due to various different circumstances. But we hope to expand that into the new year, expand our network a little bit more in this new year towards businesses in mission, Christian-based businesses with the mission in focus, as well as launch a business, at least one business in this new year, that one in particular being SDG Apparel, which will be an e-commerce based business that sells apparel to the European market. In addition to that, we want to expand our network as far as supporting partners. We need more support. There is a lot of work to be done. There are a lot of churches to be planted in Europe. There's a lot that we need to build up the rest of our infrastructure, especially for the Institute. And so we want to generate more support in that effort. We also want to expand our network to more planting partners. We want to support churches to plant themselves, to multiply. And so that being through the Institute with the training and the additional support the Aquila Initiative gives, we want to expand the network with those. A few examples with regards to expanding the network. We have recently joined with Refuge Center in Romania and hope to be a big help and support to them, especially in the area of training, children's church material, things like that. We are being a support to the International Baptist Church of Cologne as they work towards planting a German-speaking community in Cologne. And so we are supporting them in areas of leadership and consultation, as well as graphics, like putting together a website or videos to help promote to the community that there is a German-speaking church starting here. The Aquila Theological Institute has a lot planned for this next year. Firstly, we are planning to have our hard launch at the end of the year in November. And there are a lot of things that still need to be done in order for that to happen. Number one is, of course, finishing our curriculum. We have 36% of our curriculum left to do. That means 7 of our learning outcomes still to finish, which we plan to finish by halfway through the year. We also have a number of seminars planned throughout this year, which will be an encouragement to our local community, to the local churches that we're partnering with, as well as for the apprentices that are currently in the Institute during our soft launch. We are already at 74% of our needs met, which is absolutely incredible. We're starting this year with almost all of our budget already met, and we're really, really grateful for that. There's not much more needed, and we're simply praying and trusting the Lord's going to provide for all that we need, and to blow our minds to see what else He has in store and planned for us to be doing in this next year. We're also thankful to everybody that has been such a big support, not just financially, but joining hands with us to help train up, to help encourage, to build up the churches that are already existing here on the European side, and work towards expanding that, working towards seeing more churches planted in Germany and in other countries in Europe.